Hello guys, welcome to my channel. As you know, today we had the GATE exam of computer science, right? Of CS branch that includes computer science as well as IT. Now, as per the analysis, the exam was neither too tough nor too easy. We can say that the difficulty level was moderate, right? So analysis says that the difficulty level was moderate, and yes, I too feel so. And the question paper was moderate. So in this video we are going to discuss the aptitude questions that has been asked in GATE 2020 paper. So that whoever have given the exam, they can get a clear idea, and whoever has not given the exam this time and they are preparing for GATE 2021 or later, they can get the idea of the questions being asked and they can prepare themselves accordingly. Fine. So I am here with the solutions of the aptitude questions. So we will discuss quickly in this video. Well, the questions were not very tough, but as we know, it was GATE exam, so some of the questions were quite tricky. The only deal is to understand the question. If you understand the question properly, you would have surely solved it out. Okay, so let's see which type of questions are there. First of all, okay, the sequence may vary, but I have just taken the questions. The sequence may vary, that is fine. So the first question we are taking is, there was a question in which they have not given any statement. The only thing written in the question was this much, whatever I have shown you. They have written that P equal to 3, R equal to 27, T equal to 243, and they have asked that what will be the value of Q plus S. This is the only question given to us. No theory, no explanation, what is P, what is Q, what is R. No explanation was there, only this much question was there. Now what happened with the students, that many students, after finding this question, many students thought that there must be, this must be any particular topic's formula. Q plus S must be having some formula. They have not read that. They have not read that topic, and like that, after thinking those things, there are many students, they have not even thought of this question and they simply left it. Don't do at all like this in GATE exam. Just try to observe the question. Observation is the key in case of GATE, I would say. So see, if we see here, there is no rocket science in this. There was no logic. There was no formula, I would say. If you observe it closely, the value of P given is 3, the value of R is 27, the value of T is 243. It is actually the question of series. They have not mentioned it, but it is actually a question of series. It just needed your observation, nothing else. If you observe it clearly, P equal to 3, that is nothing but 3 raised to 1. R equal to 27, 27 is nothing but 27 means 3 raised to 3. The value of T they have given is 243, and what is 243? 243 is 3 raised to 5. So if you observe it carefully, the three values given are 3 raised to 1, 3 raised to 3 and 3 raised to 5. And if you see the alphabets are P, Q, R, S, T. The 5 alphabets used here were of sequence. So in sequence, if I write them, I am having P, Q, R, S, T. P they have given 3 raised to 1, R value they have given as 3 raised to 3, T value they have given as 3 raised to 5. And we were supposed to find out Q plus S. So obviously for finding Q plus S, I should know the value of Q and the value of S. Now as per the series, I can clearly say that Q would be 3 raised to 2 because 3 raised to 1, 2, 3. Similarly, S would be 3 raised to 4. As simple as that. So obviously, what will be my Q plus S? My Q plus S will be equal to 3 raised to 2 plus Q plus S, 3 raised to 4. That is equal to 9 plus 3 raised to 4 is 81. And 9 plus 81 is 90. So the answer for this question, Q plus S, would be 90. So that was our first answer. Clear? Okay. Okay, these two are questions based on English, normal English. But yes, some students were confused in this also, in this second question. It is, again, there is no theory in this question. Only it was written that cook is related with cook. Similarly, fly is related to dash. This was the question. So the trick was you have to understand what are these two cook mean. So what do they mean? This is actually nothing but noun verb relationship. One cook is noun, that is the cook who is cooking, right? The person who is cooking is also known as cook. So one is noun, the cook who is cooking, and the second one is verb. Verb means cooking is a verb, right? Cook, to do something, to cook. So one cook was verb, one cook is noun. So this is nothing but noun verb relationship. Similarly, if we see fly, what is fly? Fly is a verb. To fly, it is a task, right? Fly is a verb. So this was noun verb relationship. Similarly, here one verb is given. So obviously the second one I want is noun. So the noun of fly is the one who will be flying. The one who flies is known as what? Flyer. So for the verb fly, the noun is flyer, F-L-Y-E-R. So this was one of the options. So here the correct answer would be flyer. Fine. Okay. Now let's see the third question. What was asked here? His knowledge of the subject was excellent, but his classroom performance was dash. Okay, let me give you the options. What were the options in this question? The options given were extremely poor, good, desirable, and praiseworthy. Fine, these were the four options given. Now, his knowledge of the subject was excellent, but his classroom performance was dash. So here this word was the main word to be noticed. And the first statement is saying that his knowledge of the subject was excellent, right? But is there, that means whenever but is there as the conjunction, the statements before but and the statements after but are actually contradicting, right? So as here it is written that his knowledge of the subject is excellent, that means after but this statement should be contradictory, means it should be something negative. Now if we look at the options, we are having good, desirable and praiseworthy. Now all these three are going with the excellent, they are not opposite to excellent, right? Now so the only option left is extremely poor, so it will go here because it is contradicting. So the statement will be his knowledge of the subject was excellent, but his classroom performance was extremely poor. So this makes sense, right? So the correct option here, the correct answer here is extremely poor. Fine. Now if we talk about the next question, the next question was two straight lines are drawn perpendicular to each other in xy plane. If alpha and beta are acute angles that the straight line makes with x-axis, then alpha plus beta equal to dash. This was the question given to us. Now here, this statement you may find this statement quite confusing, but this question was actually easy. See what they are telling, that two straight lines are drawn perpendicular to each other in xy plane. So the main thing is to draw the diagram. Once you draw the diagram, you will get a clear idea. So one xy plane we have to draw. So we have drawn one xy plane. Fine. Then what they are telling, two straight lines are drawn perpendicular to each other. So here let me draw two straight lines here, and they are perpendicular to each other. Perpendicular to each other means here we are having 90 degree. They are perpendicular to each other. Fine. Now if alpha and beta are acute angles, then the straight line makes, if alpha and beta are the acute angles that the straight line makes with x-axis, okay, straight lines. These two straight lines are making the angles alpha and beta, and they have told that, see again here is a trick, that angle, these lines are making angle with x-axis. So you may consider this angle also, or you may consider this outside angle also, but they have told that they are making acute angles. Now what do we mean by acute angles? Acute angles means angles will be less than 90. Now if I consider this outer angle, obviously this will be greater than 90, right? So I should not take this. So I have to take this inner two angles, and these two angles are alpha and beta they have given, right? So this is the scenario that they have given, and what they are asking, that alpha plus beta equal to dash. Now we know that they are making perpendicular angles. So this is 90 degree, and if this is 90 degree, this is also 90 degree. right? This is also 90 degree. Now we know that in this triangle, if this one is 90 degree, and we know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle is always 180 degree. Now if this alone angle is 90 degree, then these two will be, see, means alpha plus beta plus 90, alpha plus beta plus 90 should make what? 180. So alpha plus beta will be what? 180 minus 90, that is equal to 90. So the answer for this question will be 90. Fine. So 90 is the answer for this question. Now the next question was, one bar graph was given to us. Bar graph for 2014 to 2018 data was given to us. Now in question, let me tell you what was given. Actually a graph was given. Obviously the whole exact graph, we cannot get the exact graph now, but yes, let me give you one idea. Like this one graph was given. This graph was showing what? Revenue. The revenue of 2014 to 18, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, and they have given graphs like this, whatever is there, and the values, the revenue values that were given was, see, bar graph for 2014 to 2018 data was given. Like as I told, 2014 to 2018 revenue data, they were given as in the form of a graph. Now so that means what? In the graph, the revenue of each year was given, right? Revenue for each year, 2014 revenue, 15 revenue, 16 revenue, like that revenue for each year was given. So how can I find out the revenue for total years? Obviously, I just have to make a sum of it. Summation of 2014 revenue plus 15 plus 16 revenue plus 17 revenue plus 18 revenue. So the data was something like 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. The 5 years revenue data that was given in the graph was something like 400, 500, 600, 700, 800. So the total revenue I can get from it, obviously by doing the summation, I got that the total revenue was 3000, and it was given that the data was given in millions. So obviously this will also be 3000 million. Now, so this is the first thing that we have found out, revenue. Now in the question it was written that total expenditure equal to 500 million plus 500 million per year. This was given as a statement in the question, that expenditure was given to us that was equal to 500 million per year. This was for 1 year, but we know that we are having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So we can find out total expenditure also. So total expenditure will be equal to 500 into 5, that is equal to 2500 million. Fine. Now what we know, we got the expenditure, total expenditure, and we got the total revenue. Now the question was to find out the profit or loss in percentage. Now we know that here we can see that our revenue is greater than our expenditure, means whatever we have expended, whatever our expenditure was, more than that we got the revenue. That means obviously we have done profit. So the profit amount is what? 3000 minus 25,000, 3000 minus 2500, 2500, that is equal to 500. So the profit is 500. Now this profit was, it was given that the profit on expenditure. So this 500 profit we have done on expenditure 2500. On 2500 expenditure we have done 500 million profit. So on 100 it will be, because we want on percentage, right? So percentage for 100 we will get how we will get 500 divided by 2500 into 100. So this will get cancelled out. 25 into 20 gives us 500. So we will get profit and how much? 20%. Right. So we will get 20% profit. So the answer for this bar graph of expenditure and revenue. So for this question the answer we got is 20% profit. Fine. Okay. So this was all about these questions. Now this is again one of the question. See, this is a very interesting question actually. See, this diagram was given to us. In the diagram we can see that two circles are given to us. The radius of one circle is A, the radius of another circle is B. Now some circles are drawn here, they have told that there are n circles. These are only 4 circles, but they have told that like this we are having n circles. That was given in the question. Now what was given in the question? That we are having 2 circles. See, I have only drawn the figure here. I am dictating you the question that was given to us. The meaning was that 2 circles are given to us. The radius of one circle is A, the radius of another circle is B. Now, in between these 2 circles in this border, many small circles are there. They are painted with some color. There are n circles. They have told that there are n circles, and these n circles are painted with some color. Now what they want us to find is, we have to find out the area of non-painted area between these 2 circles. See, in these 2 circles, in between these 2 circles, in this whole area, inside these small circles they have painted. Now see, this area is not painted, this area is not painted. So the total area here that is not painted, we have to find out that area here. Fine. So the question may seem complicated, but if you solve it step by step, it is actually easy. So how to do it? First of all, what we will do is, first of all we will find out the area of this whole surface. We will find out the area of this surface. How I can find out the area of this surface? Very simple. The area of the big circle minus the area of the small circle. So let me call it as area 1. This whole area I am calling it as area 1. So the area of this area 1 will be equal to pi b square minus pi a square. Simple. The area of this big circle minus area of small circle. Pi b square minus pi a square. That is equal to, if I take pi common, I will get b square minus a square. This is the first thing that I found out. What I found out? I found out the area for this. Now they want us to find out the non-painted area. But what I can do? I can first of all find out the painted area. So painted area, let me write it here as painted area equal to what? What will be, see, what will be the area of this circle? If I am considering this one circle, what will be the area? The area will be again pi r square. So pi r. What will be the r in this case? If I talk about this much, see, if I talk about this much, what is this? This is total B, this is total A. So this area will be what? B minus A. So this area will be B minus A. Now if this whole line is B minus A, then half of this radius means half of this. So half of this will be B minus A divided by 2. So the radius will be B minus A divided by 2 square. So the painted area, the area of this one circle is pi into B minus A divided by 2. Clear? Now like this is the area for one circle. Like this they have told that we are having n circles. So for n circles the area will be, we just have to multiply it with n. So n into pi b minus a divided by 2 whole square. Fine. Okay, if we expand it, we will get n into pi by 4. The square is there, so pi by 4, and inside I am having b minus a square. So this is second. Now if I subtract the painted area from area 1, I will simply get my answer, that is the area of non-painted area. So my answer, that is area of non-painted area. How I can get non-painted area? We have to find out non-painted area. So non-painted area is nothing but area 1 minus painted area. Area 1 minus painted area. So that is equal to this area 1. If I take pi common, then what I will get here? B square minus a square. B square minus a square. And minus. So this minus, again pi is taken outside. So what is left? N by 4 into b minus a whole square. That's it. So this was one of our questions. So this will be our answer. Right. The answer for this non-painted area will be equal to the area for this non-painted surface is this. This is the answer. Fine. Now one of the English questions were Raman is confident of speaking English dash 6 months as he has been practicing regularly dash the last 4 weeks. So actually many prepositions are there in our answer, like for, since, for, since, within, since, like this different combination of prepositions were there. Out of that our correct answer will be, here we will get within and here we will be having for. So the option with the combination of within and for, that will be our correct option. That is, Raman is confident of speaking English within 6 months as he has been practicing regularly for the last 4 weeks. So within and for, these two are the correct prepositions for our this answer. Fine. Okay, so we have covered almost all the important questions. Yes, one more question was actually 2-3 remaining questions of aptitude were a very big kind of comprehension. So one of the comprehension question was regarding GST, and they have given like 5-6 sentences about what is GST and what GST is doing, and at the end they have asked that what is the conclusion of that given comprehension or given paragraph. So they were having different options. The options like GST depends on the usage of resources, it depends on the production of resources, and different other options were there. Out of them, one option like this was there, that GST depends on or GST varies as per the usage of resources. So this usage, this will be our correct answer for this question. Right, so yes, here we have discussed almost all the important aptitude questions. I hope you have understood all, and in case you have doubt in any question, or you feel that any of the question you feel that the answer should be different, please let me know in the comment section. We can discuss it out, right? And please share it with your friends also. We have given the GATE exam today so that they can verify their answer, or in case if I have done wrong somewhere or there is any confusion, we can sort it out. Thank you so much.